And
all right, we're watching the breakout. Let's see if Aftershock can answer. Trying to get out on that Dorito side right there. You're watching the back corner on the Dorito side of the field. They're able to make it out. X Factor doubled it up in that back center and streaking out to the Snake side. Looks like they have only 3 alive. X Factor getting chopped up off the break. No, they have 4 alive as Colt Roberts was able to make it in the Snake. We're looking at Colt Roberts right now on your screen.
Grayson tried to take that Dorito one off the break and got shot out.
And there goes Shock. I think that's Nick Sloviak there. Sloviak into Snake 1. And Yost, there's Yost, number 28, on the Dorito side of the field, wheeling, dealing. Oh, might have got bounced there in his stomach. He's wilding out in there, man. You got to be careful. You know, you got to have really smart gunfights at this level of play. Yost is good, though, man. That kid's definitely
he's a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter for sure.
Yeah.
And this you see Nick Sloviak right now trying to shoot crossfield and get a shot on, I think that's Odell in that stand-up crossfield. You see the angle he's shooting at right now, right over that flag.
Yep.
Trying to tie this up as there's 13:52 left to go here in the match.
I think the big thing for Shock right now is that they need to kind of slow it down a little bit and just play smart. Just play tight. When they were playing their second game, who did they play? Against L.A.
There goes Sloviak. He's going to go run, trying to make a run all the way into the X Factor side of the field. Now he's going to try to get a shot on the last X Factor player in the corner. Oh, nice job by Nick Sloviak.
Good job, Nick.
Takes out Grayson Goff, so tying it up, man. Ooh, decent game here.
I know.
Back and forth.
It's nice to see that first game of the day, you know. Just get it started right away.
Yeah, looks
both
like
teams come out firing.
Yeah, Nick Sloviak looked like he had about 2 confirmed kills on that game as well.
Yep.
So tense so far. It looks like, you know, watching these breakouts, you really got to, I mean, in this kind of, you know, generally in paintball, obviously, if, you know, you stay alive on the breakout, but this field in particular, if you are shooting your lanes properly, you can get those guys trying to get out in the beginning. So,
right.
I mean, you know, is that what you guys are looking at when you guys are in the Russian meetings and you're talking about the breakouts? Is that, you know, like, hey, we have to be shooting guys off the break? Because you've been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've actually had a little more success with our last 2 games is shooting guys that got out going to the Snake or Snake corner or the Dorito corner. Our first 2 games, we really struggled with it. And I think a lot of teams are starting to figure out what is the right lane to shoot for the break and stuff. And it's still tough. It's still tough. I think with the going to the PSP ramping, I know a couple guys said that they were pulling their triggers and forgot, you know, and just held it down on the 4th shot, but getting nothing. But I think that we've started to find the right shot.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. So, and that's another thing is that, you know, you're looking at a little change in the speed of the guns. It went from 13.5 to 12.5,
right?
Which is going to be able to let people get out a little bit easier because it's, I mean, that's 1 less ball a second, but still, I mean, 12.5 balls a second is
still a lot of balls.
Still a lot of paintballs coming out of your gun. And you also noticed if you're a fan of this format of paintball that the clock no longer runs in between points because it's gone down to it's a race to 7 or highest score at the end of regulation with 20 minutes on the clock, no halftime. Okay, so that's the new format right now. And again, 12.2 balls a second. I'm sorry, 12.5 balls a second. And also the majors and minors have changed too. It's a 2-minute major, 1-minute minor.
Right.
Yeah. Again, majors stay on the clock the whole time. Minors come off. And there's a minor on Shock right now, so they have to start because they won the point. That penalty stays off. If you lose the point, minors come off. Look at the referee in there, checking out X Factor. Oh, Shock coming off on that Dorito side of the field. And here comes Colt Roberts and Archie making a move up in that center. Colt Roberts making his move out the Snake, and there he goes into the Snake. So there's Archie trying to get his shot crossfield and trying to, again, see, edging out. He's edging out right there, and you can see he can shoot the back corner. I'm sorry, the back center. But he's just waiting for him to get in.
Colt's up at the 40 Snake. I don't think he knows that the Chicago player moved out to the corner. He might have gotten shot.
So Shock in the back corner. Only 15 seconds left on that minor penalty. Oh, and he gets shot out of that back corner.
You can hear the X Factor player screaming box.
5 seconds, so they're going to post up on that box, and you see there's Colt Roberts just railing his gun at the box.
Not something I'd want to walk out to.
No. Probably just tapped out, like, hey, I'm dead, guys. Like, Rich Telfer would just run out into that paint.
Yeah. Gun blazing.
Just you get the gun rolling in the box.
In the box.
Down, and then just
keep that net out of the way.
Use the net as a bunker.
Well, that's good. That was a good point for X Factor. I think they play that one pretty smart. It's always a little bit easier, I guess, when you have a penalty, or when the other team has a penalty. When Chicago
especially if you can get a G off a break too. You know,
right.
Get that kill off the break. So far for Shock, guys out there killing. Sloviak, McCurley doing some damage. Yost, and then for X Factor, we're looking at Archie 5 confirmed kills so far, doing solid. And then you have Ryan Cohen on that Dorito side of the field getting a little feast going on as well. He's got 4. And then everyone else is in the 1s and 2s, So,
yeah.
Just pitching in when they can.
Yeah, I mean, but like every little bit helps, obviously,
every little bit helps. Few raindrops in the storm of Archie, you know what I'm saying?
Well, like every game, there's always good players who are getting 2 kills, like you said, JR, you know, 2 kills.
Yeah, well, and also guys that are, be shooting off the back. I mean, so you're looking at, like, Archie does do a lot of shooting off the break.
Right.
But, it's like Dusty Odell. He's got 2, you know what I'm saying? But he's probably got maybe 1 or 2 off the break that were just too hard to confirm. You know? So, if I were, it's 3-2 right now. Again, it's a race to 7. No one's really been seizing the momentum. I would just, again, focus on those shots on the break. Try to, and again, for guys out there that, want to know how can I improve on that sort of thing. I mean, these guys do drills where they literally just sit there and just, do that mechanism so many times, that motion, so it burns in your muscle memory exactly what you got to do. All right, looking at the breakout right here. This is Aftershock. Having to squeegee his gun.
Getting out to the Dorito corner and up into that 40 Dorito now. Dusty Odell trying to match, going to the center stand-up.
So Shock needs to put something together here, digging out, trying to get out on that. That's Dusty Odell rolling his gun in that back center, trying to hold that lane down. And now Shock into Snake 1. Kovar already into Snake 1 for X Factor.
Right. X Factor drops 1.
Kovar's doing a good job of rolling his gun when he gets in there. Looking at Sloviak right now. I'm sorry, Yost. Looking at Yost right there on the Dorito side of the field.
There's Dusty at the stand-up, shooting cross field towards the Snake side.
Oh, nice
That's
angle
a great
right
shot.
there. Yeah,
that's a great shot. I'm really impressed with this webcam thing. Like, this is pretty cool.
We're looking at, is that Dusty Odell trying to get a shot on the Snake right there?
Yep. Dusty's trying to get a shot on the Snake 1 there.
Yeah, and there's another shot of Dusty as he's going back and forth. See, when you're in a spot like that, you're in that stand-up temple, and you got good shots on both sides of the field, you really kind of got to, like, obviously the game plan's going to dictate which way you shoot and who's in front of you, but Dusty's doing a good job wheeling and dealing back and forth.
Well, he just bounced out to that Dorito 1.
Look at Aftershock.
Aftershock up in the Doritos.
Great field position on the Dorito side of the field. Cohen's just trying to do anything he can right now.
Well, that's why Dusty had to bump out. Is because he
was getting pinched out of there.
He was getting pinched from his left side.
Yeah.
From Aftershock.
And looking at that great field position for Aftershock, tucked in tight because they're getting shot at from the Snake side. That they're doing good job though, man. They're not pushing it. They're in really good spots. They're just they're just getting shot at. That's totally fine. They're trying to get their gun up on the Snake side of the field.
Kovar is now in the 50 Snake. I think he shot out the Shock player from their Snake. And now he's trying to get that cross field shot on the 50 Dorito, and then that 40 Dorito
I think
insert.
that's Sosine right there in there for Shock. In the first Dorito. Might be Templeton in there.
Michael's gonna
on the other side.
Michael's gonna blast him. There you go, Michael Kovar with the confirmed kill.
Confirmed kill. Kovar cross field getting a shot. It's tough, man. It's like he couldn't even get small enough in there. He did a little bit too much head checking out of there. I think. He's trying to get room to work though. Oh, and then looks like Sosine getting taken out of there as well. And now trying to do damage control, running out to the back corner.
Just trying to save himself.
Yeah, trying to save.
Dusty's working up the Dorito side. Michael's putting some guns on him.
Dusty with a little air there, trying to push a little bit too hard. So that was good work by Shock, chopping up on the Dorito side of the field.
Michael needs to be. There we go.
Finally taken out. So Kovar feasting.
I was gonna say Michael needs to be patient here because he still had help on the field, and sometimes you gotta wait for your guys to come up, kind of take the Dorito side and you can just turn it in on them and just edge them out that way.
It's tough though, because it's X Factor wants to make a point here. I mean, they're one of the better teams in the league. They've had a lot of success in the PSP in the Pro Division.
Yep.
And they want to come out here and make a statement. They went 1-1 yesterday, and that's talking to them, they were pretty disappointed about their performance.
Well, I think anytime that you're ranked as high, you have a good power ranking, and you're ranked as high coming into the event as they were, you don't want to drop a first game, especially a game that I didn't think they should have lost. And then when they were playing Dynasty yesterday, they were up 6-2. Let Dynasty come back 6-6, and then they won it on the last point.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have that kind of stress in the prelims of the first round of the tournament. So.
Yeah, and it's tough though. I mean, you're playing Dynasty, and Dynasty hasn't. We're 1-2 right now.
I know.
So unless they win real big in their afternoon match today, I think against the Hurricanes. They play the Hurricanes later on. Then they're probably going to be eliminated. I mean, they're going to have to win like 7-1 or 7-2 or something like that to even have a chance.
Well, I think that one of the things that's going to help Dynasty is there are going to be 2-2 teams that make it into the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the things that hurt Dynasty is that they don't have a great plus minus right now. Not what they normally have.
Well, their plus minus right now is +2.
Right.
Which isn't that good.
No.
But there's some obvious teams that are going to be going on. Boston's going to be going on. LA is going to be going on.
Aftermath has a good chance.
Aftermath's got a great chance. They play some tough games today, though.
I think they play X Factor in LA.
Yeah, I mean that's
so.
But there's no easy games out here, really. I mean,
no.
Look at Aftershock. Aftershock, after watching them at World Cup, you would have thought, oh, okay, well they're not one of the better teams in the league. Then they come out and smoke down Infamous, who on paper should be really good.
Right.
I mean, they lost John Richardson, and that is a big loss. John Richardson's now playing for the Ironmen, in case anybody didn't know that. I'm sure everybody does. But, that was a big loss for them. But still, I mean, they got ballers on that team.
Glenn Takamoto.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah, Glenn Takamoto, Rusty, veterans, Travis Lemansky. They still got Gino. They got Arnold. I mean, they have a lot of ballers on that team, but they're just underperforming real bad.
Right. X Factor calling a timeout there. Trying to get a good game plan. Ryan Gray probably talking to the boys, trying to figure out what they want to do.
Get Ryan Gray. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think he has like a, a lot of these coaches have different styles.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't seem like too overt. It's not like a Mike Hinman type style of coaching.
No, he kind of seems. I don't want to say withdrawn because that'd be the wrong word, but he's very kind of lax and like calm in his coaching manner, which you don't see from a lot of coaches. He doesn't go on the field a lot. He tells them to play, tells them, who's playing, and, he kind of leaves it at that. And, he'll give some hints here and there. But for the most part, he's just kind of laid back, I guess.
Well, look,
a little more calm.
Interesting. Just in from our stat guys, Kovar had 4 kills that last point.
I'd believe it.
And he didn't have any confirmed kills before that last point, and then he just upped his stats immediately. The best point that I've seen so far in this tournament is Timmy Probst from Tampa. He killed 4 guys in one game, pulled off a 3-on-1, and had a game-breaking move. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was impressive. Like, that was by far the best point I've seen.
But that's one of those things that comes with experience. Like, Timmy's been playing in the league for
years.
Quite a while. Yeah. He used to be Strange.
All right, we'll look at the breakout here. Aftershock. They got to get something going as they're down 4-2, as you see the score on the board. Oh, trying to get out on that snake side of the field, not able to do it. Gunned up hard. X Factor's gunned up hard right now. That's a smart call. That's a smart call from the coach right there.
Right.
It's like, look, we're up a couple points. Let's go real hard. Shoot some guys off the break. Now we're watching. Looks like Cody Bayless making his move up that Dorito side of the field. And Colt Roberts all the way down on the snake side of the field. Or all the way past the 50-yard line now, chopping up on the Dorito side of the field.
That's one thing that Ryan Gray is good at, is knowing when to call aggressive plays. They're up 2 points, and they could just shoot their guns and kind of sit back. But Colt Roberts took the snake off the break. They had 4 guns up on the break.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. And then you look at Odell.
Has Dusty got one on his?
Odell looks like he might be having loader problems. Nope, he's got it rolling again.
Does he have a shot? Is he shot on in the front of his loader?
I don't know. I
Or
think
is
that's
that just the
sun
cover?
coming through the cover, of the
Okay.
battery cover.
All right. Looking at the Aftershock player. Colt's just waiting for him.
Yeah, Colts just posted again. This snake is very technical snake. It's just you have to play smart in there. So you're going to see the more experienced players dominating.
What you can see in the snake is those cake bunkers. You know, they extend past that corner temple that the shock player's at. So you can hang out a decent bit.
Yeah, I think that's Nick Sloviak there in the back on the snake side of the field. He's got to play smart back there because he's looking at a spread where it's basically, what is it, 2 on 2 right now, I think. No, it might be 3 on 2. 3 on 2 in favor of X Factor.
Shock loses their back corner.
Now
corner.
it's 1 on 3 right now, and the Sharks are swimming. So Chicago going to have to concede that point. Sloviak catches a couple extra ones as he stands up.
Frustrated.
No,
for sure.
Yeah, very frustrated. I'd be frustrated too, man. They need this game. They lose this game, they're going home.
Yeah, but X Factor's kind of got the same mentality right now too.
Just trying to double check who that was in the back corner for Shock. Yeah, Sloviak for sure. I like Nick Sloviak, man. He helped us out a lot too in World Cup.
He's a good
trying
guy.
to work on these statistics and get him tip top. But with Shock, it's like this is something there. So now it's 5-2. Again, race to 7. They're losing momentum badly right now,
right?
Because they're getting beat on the close points and they're getting beat off the go.
Right.
So X Factor is slowly dominating them with their will. They're winning their gunfights. They're shooting more guys off the break. They're winning the close points.
What if you were Jeremy Solom, Aftershock coach?
Yes.
What kind of point would you call right now?
I would climb one of these light posts with the matrix, and I would no, I'm just kidding. Basically, what he needs to do right now is, it's up to the individuals. It doesn't really matter what game plan he calls, honestly, I think, because we know this isn't really like in the sense that, yeah, okay, we want to have a couple more guns up or go to snake off the break. Like, that's definitely true, but maybe go up the gut. But at the same time, it really comes down to, okay, guys, even if we do lose 2 off the break, make something happen, man. Big players have big games. I need you to go out there and kill 2, 3 guys. If you kill 2 guys and he kills 2 guys and the other guy gets 1, boom, now we win. Okay,
right.
I mean, he needs to kind of instill that that confidence in his players. And honestly, that's not even really something that you can try to do that, but a lot of the guys on Shock are they've been around for basically we're getting ready to go see this the next break, see what they do. But Shock's they're a raw team, man. They're young, they're talented, and they're hungry. As you see him getting shot, trying to get out Snake 1. So yeah, see the call was go to Snake 1 off the break, trying to get some aggressiveness going. That may not have been the smartest call though, because they'd be getting chopped up off the break. You see Colt Roberts sliding in there secondary, so he was able to shoot that angle before he made that move. Now you got Sloviak there in the back corner trying to roll his gun down that side. He's going to try to make a move. Yep, gets into Snake 1, so good job.
There
Again,
you go.
Big players have big games. Individually, you got to step up. Don't lose your gunfights, man. Win the close points. If it's 3 on 4, win that 3 on 4. Now Colt Roberts making a move. He's going to try to run the highway. Oh, nice job by Colt Roberts. Wait, did he get him? Yep, looks like he got him. Nice job by Colt Roberts as he runs the highway. Uh-oh, looks like Sloviak might be... No, I think he's walking it off.
Dusty diving into Shock's Snake.
Yeah, so Dusty Odell onto Shock side of the field. Oh, but he gets taken out as well. So now it looks like it might be 1-on-1. This is D1 and the back Dorito corner for D1 for X Factor and the back Dorito corner
right.
for Aftershock.
We have too many after teams.
It's early. So tense moments. This is a huge point. And this is what I'm talking about. This guy needs to win this one-on-one, man. If I'm in the pit for Shock and I'm the coach, I'm just hoping to God this dude sacks up.
Is that Grayson? I think Grayson's playing for X Factor.
Out there for Aftershock right now, Drew Templeton. So it looks like Drew Templeton able to take out, who's that, Dusty?
I think it's
Grayson.
Grayson, yeah.
Yeah, takes Grayson. So Grayson Goff losing that one-on-one to Templeton. Nice job, Templeton, one of the players from Avalanche coming over to Aftershock. Well, wow. That's what they need, man. They needed that. Now it's a 2-point match with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. Tons of time on the clock to come back. You know, you go out there, shoot a couple G's off the break, win that point. Now it's a 1-point match, and, you know, try to do it quickly enough to give yourself enough time to come back. We have seen some close points or some long points. Some very long points.
Not as many as we used to see.
No,
because
that's
the time thing comes into it.
That's true, but it can be played because if you watch, like, most of the points aren't going that way. Most of the games, guys are just smashing into each other. But the Aftermath game yesterday against the Hurricanes, that was a slow game, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was a very technical, gunfight-heavy game. I don't know if those guys just need to throw an extra pod on their back because I saw a couple points where guys are like, dink, 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 you know, just because they only had 20 or 30 paintballs left. So that's, if I'm X Factor, I want to try to get a good break, you know, try to shoot the corners. Shock may try to come aggressive again.
Right.
They got shot off the break there, that last one, but they were able to, again, even though they, like I was saying, they lost bodies, but they were still able to push into them.
Right.
You know, and it was individually, like, you know, Templeton stepped up, man. Templeton won that point for his team, and that's what it takes.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got just about 30 seconds left to go.
There's a look at the X Factor pit.
You know, I'm looking at the kill counts.
Dusty Odell. Cole.
And, yeah, we're looking at it's Dusty Odell. Good to see him back from that knee injury, man. That kind of sucked. He was getting to be one of the better players on that team.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
He was stunning, and then had that knee injury. Felt bad for him, man, because he was kind of bummed out about that. I would be, too, if I lost. I mean, how many months did he lose off his career? Like 6 months or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, he had to take it easy for quite a while.
Yeah. All right, so and I'm looking at the statistics across the board for X Factor. Everyone's on the board. Every single person has a confirmed kill on X Factor. Aftershock, not quite the same spread, but they are down 2 points. You're seeing Kovar getting shot. So there it was. That's what I'm talking about. Shoot someone off the break, roll your guns. There we go. So Shock, you can see that they're in their body language that they really, really want to take this game. Obviously, both teams at 1-1 right now, in case you just tuned in. Both teams needing a win. Only 6 teams. We have 13 teams in this pro teams in this event, and only 6 go on to Sunday.
X Factor's got both corners on lockdown. Archie's he knows that there's a guy in Aftershock player. Is that McCurley in the snake?
I think that was.
Archie knows that he's just got to kind of cross it up.
Power moves by X Factor up that Dorito side of the field. Chaos. Looks like Aftershock able to handle it, though.
Now Aftershock's got a player running up the Dorito side.
Yeah, Sosine coming up that Dorito side and then trying to do damage control.
It's a 3-on-1.
Archie trying to make a move all the way across to that back center, but it was 3-on-1.
Now we got 5-4.
Sloviak able to hang that flag up. So now it's 4. That's boom. That's exactly what needed to happen. So now Shock is totally in a position to still win this match. Tons of time on the board, 4-12 with a 1-point game. And now they're dominating. Those last 2 points, they didn't dominate the point before this past one, but they dominated this point.
Well, and now, you know, you win 2 points in a row, you start to get a little momentum. And momentum in a 7-point game is very crucial.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, momentum is paintball.
Right.
Because, you know, yes, it is physical, and it is a talent issue, but honestly, at this level, all these guys are about the same as far as, I mean, yes, you know, if there is a fine line, but, you know, these guys really, I've trained a lot, and it's all mental. I mean, you know, that's what we tell a lot of guys. It's like, look, if you're coming up, like, you know, you need to train your body so that this is all already, that's pre-programmed, man. That's
right.
like the
muscle memory.
Yeah, that's the operating system on your computer. Their computer doesn't think about that. That's your hardware, okay?
Yeah.
The software, that's what, you know, that's all the other stuff, man. And that's really what it's about out here. You know, it's about these guys having that mental tenacity to be able to come back down bodies, you know, come back down points. And seize that momentum. Like, that's, you know, like Dynasty's really good at that.
Right.
And, you know, as they saw yesterday against X Factor, they didn't win, and they're not playing great at this event, but that's one of those teams where you can look at that and try to learn from that. It's like, even if they're down 3-4 points, they're not like, oh, we're defeated. You don't see Dynasty losing by blowouts.
No.
Not a lot of times, you know, because even when they're down, they'll still fight back, and even if they lose, they're making it a close match.
Right.
And it's impressive to see Shock starting to do that now, too.
Yeah, after they came out and pretty much stomped Oakland.
They stomped Oakland.
Yeah.
Stomped them.
You know, there's actually like a buzz going around the event, you know, like everyone's like, you know, Shock might be back, you know.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Those guys, that means something to them too, playing for, looking at Shock taking a timeout now. See on the field, we got Colt Roberts. That's Colt Roberts in front of you right there on the left.
Archie.
Grayson Goff, third guy.
Ryan Cohen.
Ryan Cohen, the little dude on the right-hand side, checking out Grayson Goff's pack, making sure he's clean.
Archie's got all the stickers all over his goggles there.
Yeah, he's always got his goggles blinged up.
And then Dusty is the tall one, obviously. If you've
Tallest
ever
dude
met,
on the-
yeah,
yeah,
if you ever met Dusty, he's, I think 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's about 6'3", I think, and skinny, tall dude, man.
Yeah. Great guy though.
He plays tall, too.
Yeah.
Long old neck out there. He's a baller, man. It's good to see him back. He's a really nice guy too. And he started out with his brother. I saw his brother running around here too.
Yeah. Devin's here.
Is he playing at all, or?
Yeah, actually he kind of rejoined the team.
Oh, really?
From what I heard, didn't make the cut for this event, but there's a couple other players that didn't make the cut. They've got a decent roster, decent core of guys that they can pick from, which is a nice option to have.
Yeah.
But Devin's back.
That's awesome.
It's cool. So
it's cool. I was talking to Archie about the history of the team, and how X Factor started was all those guys out there were beating the crap out of each other on the local level on 5-man teams, and then they kind of decided like, hey, we're kind of all pretty good, all playing on different teams. Why don't we just band together and just beat everybody's ass on the national circuit?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened, which is cool. And then the first year they came out, they won D3. They won the series title.
Yep.
The next year they came out, they won D1,
Yep.
and then the year after that they went pro.
Yep.
So that's the paintball dream right there. Everybody wants to do that.
And it's a great story too.
Oh, it is.
You're always talking about stories, and I think that's one of the best stories, in paintball in that region.
All right, see the breakout here. Shock trying to get out. The conservative breakout for Shock. Oh, and they lose. Lose a player trying to get out on that snake side of the field. And here comes Colt Roberts all the way to the 50-yard line. Referee is going to get in there and check him out. He blazes cross field, chopping up Aftershock on that Dorito side. Nobody on the Dorito side. Just the tall stand-up. Oh, minor penalty. Looks like. So, yeah, Colt was able to get so Colt Roberts had a point right there.
Yeah.
He makes a big move into the snake 50.
Yep.
Gets a kill, cross field, gets another kill, and draws a penalty, which takes the last guy off the field.
Right.
So now X Factor taking that momentum back away from Shock. Big point by Colt Roberts to step up for his team. Colt Roberts has been around the block too, veteran. He didn't play well in the first day.
He's struggling making his bunkers. Like that's the one thing that we've noticed is like he'll get to his bunker fine, but then he'll get shot out right away.
Yeah.
Just having those early deaths and just kind of playing sloppy or loose and I couldn't put a finger on it, but he's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of like. It's almost like he was trying too hard, like he's going out there and just maybe gunfighting a little bit too much.
Yep.
Because, you want to be dominant. You want to be a dominant gunfighter. Like Dave Baines is a perfect example. Like every now and then Dave will come up to me and be like, oh, Matty, this is not happening for me right now. And the first question I always ask him is, what are you thinking in your gunfights? Well, the first question, are you watching the streams? Because, he's a monster gunfighter, so you got to, be kind of playing the streams.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're trying to do too much with your gunfight, you're going to die out of your bunker more often. Now, again, you want to be dominant, but it's a very fine line. So that's something you always got to be conscious of. So with Colt Roberts, that's kind of what I saw the first day. I mean, he's a good gunfighter. He's been doing this for a long time. So maybe it's like kind of just finding his rhythm.
Yep.
But, timing is his strength, and that was a great move right there.
Right.
And at a crucial point in the match. Because if they don't win this point and it gets tied up with 3 minutes left and it's anyone's match, now Shock's kind of in a tough position. They got 3 minutes and 31 seconds left, so they have to score a quick one here just to get within reach of tying it up.
Right.
And since they had a minor penalty that last point, but because they lost the point, again, minor penalties come off the board if you lose the point. If you win the point, it stays on. Minor penalties are a minute. Major penalties, 2 minutes. We're looking in the pits right now. There's Jeremy Solomon at the top right of your screen. Used to play for Avalanche, Washington Reigns, been around the block a long time. And we're looking at the breakout X Factor. There's RT right there, and now immediately switch to the Shock breakout. Oh, nice move around the side of that back corner bunker and into Snake 1. He's going to try to gun up, shoot cross field. Looks like he might have got a shot on. Yep, nice job. Awesome job by Shock to get into Snake 1, shoot cross field. Oh, taken out, looks like Cohen over there. And now here comes Aftershock again with that fast point.
Right.
Pretty sure that was McCurley. McCurley, man, stepping it up.
X Factor lost. I think Colt got shot on the break again.
That's not.
And
good.
then they lost. Dusty got shot right away. Just kind of kills your momentum, you know. Now there's, that was a 30-second point. Now it's still 3 minutes left. Shock's got, 2 points to get in.
I think
in
that
3
might have
minutes.
been AJ Lawhead actually for getting a spin for Aftershock.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not a starter, but able to come out there and make an appearance.
Contribute.
Yeah, huge point. And that was fast point. I mean, that was about as fast of a point as you could score.
Right.
And it basically, it was a direct result of just being able to get into that position and get those kills cross field immediately. X Factor looked solid off the break, but then had guys just having a hard time getting out to their secondaries.
Yeah. No, and we kind of saw this yesterday with the perfect example is the Dynasty game. Like they have trouble closing games.
Yeah.
Like they can get somebody on the ropes. They can get Aftershock on the ropes, but it's throwing that last punch, the knockout punch.
Well, that's like we were saying yesterday. I mean, and then you got a team like Dynasty. I mean, Dynasty's got a chin like Forrest Griffin, man. I mean, you get that dude on the ropes, you're just hitting him, and like, man, this guy, there's no off button here. This dude won't go unconscious. I mean, it's there. I mean, it's not like they're invincible, of course, but it's just really hard to put him away. And you want to be that. You want to be that guy on the field. Like, this guy, it's so hard to kill this guy, and you want to be that team.
Right.
So again, you don't want to be blown out. I mean, it's such a mental just dagger when you're getting beat down 7-1 or 7-2, because then you're like, what happened? And we didn't even fight back, and you're thinking about that. And you don't want to be thinking about that. You want to be like, here's what we did wrong. Here's what we're going to do to fix it. Okay, I was too sloppy. Fix that. We weren't getting out. Okay, let's maybe secondary a little bit more often. Let's try to shoot their shooter, something like that. All right, 10 seconds to go here. Big point. 3 minutes left to go. Both teams needing a win here at Saturday's competition at the Phoenix PSP Open inaugural event,
X Factor
2009 season.
X Factor with a smart breakout going to the Dorito corner.
Nice. See the crossfield spread right there. All 5 alive for X Factor. Nice breakout. Not too aggressive. Oh,
but smart.
Kovar looking out into a ball, losing a gunfight. That was big air on Kovar's part right there to lose that gunfight.
Yeah.
They have good position with Odell really far up in that center Dorito, trying to shut that Dorito side down.
But Archie's got no help on this side, though. That's the thing. They got X Factor's got 3 guys on the Dorito side. They're in the 40 insert Dorito that Dusty's at.
Yeah, very technical point here. You see, you got Odell gunned up, locking that Dorito side of the field down. Archie doing the same thing over here on the Snake side. Shock's in better field position, though. Oh, Shock losing a player as well, too, so it's 4-on-4 right now. So you're looking at better field position for Shock on the Snake side, better field position for X Factor on the Dorito side of the field. Archie talking to his coach right now. So Archie's alone on the field, but he does have a coach there talking in his ear right now.
Dusty could get pinched here. Like, one thing that Shock's going to want to do is they're going to want to get into that 50 Snake. Then they can get that crossfield shot on Dusty Odell. And Ryan Cohen, you can see right behind him. So
Cohen had a really good event, and he's had just an average game so far today.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been killing people over there for sure.
I'd definitely like to see him stepping up a little bit more, play a little more aggressive.
You know what's
I think
funny,
yesterday
though?
he was
He
a little
has
more
6
aggressive.
confirmed kills, but so it's not average really. I mean, but for him though, he's been dominating over there.
Right.
Oh, Archie trying to make a move out to the back corner of the Snake. He did it. No one picked him up too. No one sees him. Let's see if he can get a kill out of that. No one picked him up yet, but his coach, Aftershock's coach, is letting him know.
Still in his ear.
And here comes Archie making a move into Snake 1. Oh, and they lost that Dorito side. Now there Cohen went to work over there, clocked in. And
everybody wants a piece.
Bayless feasts on the last player for Shock. And it looks like
Dusty puts a couple more in the back of his head.
So that possibly could do it here. I think that's going to do it. Yep. So Shock.
All right.
The last player trying to get up after those bonus balls. So with just under 30 seconds to go, X Factor polishing off Aftershock. As Odell, as looks like Cody Bayless hangs that flag. Oh, does he have a hit on him? Guy grabbed the flag. No. Referee checking him out.
That's what I was just gonna ask you, Matty. Is you're up 6-5.
Watch Cohen.
with 20 seconds left, 25, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's Cohen.
Would you hang it? I mean, because you're going to want the plus minus, but with that much chaos at the end of a point like that, you're going to want to take the chance?
If I'm X Factor, we need that plus minus.
Okay.
We need that plus minus. They're 1-1 now. They're 2-1. You know, they have to play Aftermath in the last game of the day.
Sure.
So, and Aftermath smashed through their first 2 games. So I want that plus minus. So I would definitely hang that flag for sure. Awesome job by X Factor in the first match of the day. Don't go anywhere though. We got Bushwhackers playing their first event so far